Hello guys, welcome back. Okay, yeah, the voice is going. We're having trouble. We switched over to Rift to try to record you something that had Loki in the title, Ava Loki. And it has nothing to do with Loki at all. Yeah, it kind of, sort of, does. If you imagine him as having wandered over into some undefined country. I think it's China, could be Japan, I'm not really sure. Uh, it could be anywhere, that's all I heard. And Loki was full of beans. The first time I was doing it, I didn't understand what was going on, so I cut that recording because I didn't want to just chop it up into little bits. So the second time I started, he tried to play with it because he wanted his eggs. I got Cadbury eggs. And here's a good story on the Cadbury eggs. I was leaving the Dollar General and I was just so damn tired. She just gave me one bag, so I'm like, okay, that's all I need. And I thought, wow, she put it all in one bag, right? And I could have sworn to the gods I saw my eggs in there and everything. And then, like, once my brain kicks in, once I've had 4 or 5 cups of coffee, because by now I could take this on IV drip, I realized I don't have my eggs, I don't have my Cadbury eggs, I don't have my cheese, so I had to call up. My friends were nice enough to go. And then I was trying to record another game for you, which you will never, ever, ever see because it was like the old days when I used to record. It was bad. Do you think I swear now? You should have heard me during that recording yelling at my wife. Loki says, you're a terrible husband. I am. It was a horror game, and it was bad controls, it was frustrating, it was, you know how some games like to get in your way, make you go on fetch quests? That kind of tends to piss me off really fast, so I was really cursing and yelling at my wife. It wasn't a good fit for this channel. You're a terrible husband. Thank you, dear. And it looked like it would be halfway interesting, but it was like, great intro, great cinematic intro, then just back and forth fetch quests, and I'm like, I'm done with this game already. It's kind of like low budget Resident Evil, is what it was like, is what it reminded me of. So got that done. And he's just been getting into mischiefs and doing everything. If you're a Patreon subscriber, they have delayed, once again, charges. Everything should be cleared by Saturday evening. That's what they're saying now. That's the story today. That's what they told us. So that should be coming. We did give you a couple goodies over there as our thanks. We do appreciate the continued support. I did end up buying groceries because I sit there like every other adult with the calculator, made sure I had groceries coming because we're supposed to get more snow Sunday, a couple inches. I don't know. And then, Ostera's coming up. And I always sort of think in the back of my mind, you can celebrate Ostera when you celebrate Easter. You know what I mean? Because it's such a faithful pagan. But they're almost a month apart at this point. And I'm like, well, we'll do Ostera. We'll do something small. And then for Easter, we'll probably be head up. And if we have any leftover candy or something, we'll do that. But we're going to keep it really small this year because I told him, I said, I don't want 5 pounds of candy sitting around the house. The older you get, you're just like, ugh, no. So we're doing something small. I managed to snap up a couple things for him. And he's really excited and pinging around the house because he's got his Cadbury eggs, he got burger, and he's going to get a Coke because they had them on sale. And he's really relaxed today. And I don't know if he's done it to you, and again, this is not me sharing to brag, but I've had a lot of people tell me he does it to them as well, so it's the only reason I'm saying it. He's just been glommed all over me, where you can feel he's just kind of like laying on you somehow in like a cat, and he's not gonna move. He's totally fine. He's not gonna move. So he's been doing that, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. So he's been really happy and relieved. I think he might have nipped at some other gods. I'm not sure because Loki thinks Loki Day. Every day Loki Day. The other gods are used to be going, hey, when it's their day, and then that's it because Loki jumps in the middle. But he's been a good boy. He's trying to make me choke on my coffee. He goes, well, wait, talk about your god. So he's been being really good. He's been excited and really amped up today. He's really excited because we got out and we filmed something extra and it snowed and he got to play in the snow and he got treats he doesn't normally have and we have been trying to buckle down. So the game we were trying to bring you was a free game. I don't know now if we'll bring it to you or not. I'm not sure. It looks like it'll be kind of fun, but it's kind of frustrating too. I don't know. It's halfway, and I thought if he keeps playing with it, either he's full of beans and he actually likes the game, or he doesn't like it, and sometimes he won't tell you which. It had the title of a Loki, and I thought he might like it. And you play as a guardian spirit for these two bratty children that you kind of want to leave there because they find you in a cave and like you have to put on the hands and the mask and you become the spirit and you activate fox power first. And then you take the little darling somewhere, I think. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. So it's kind of we don't know if we'll play it or not, but he's happy. I think he's been wound up all day and now he's kind of tapering off, but I got him also as my sacrifice and my thanks for getting me through another year. Got him a necklace, finally. He does have a necklace from the movie, and we got it as a joke. We got it as a joke before people start sending me angry letters, and we got snake necklaces and everything. He has a ton of jewelry. He could sit there with 50 pounds of jewelry on. We have a ton of jewelry. But this is the one of those things that maybe it's Loki, maybe it's not. We don't really know, but it's one of the things Lokeans pick up and go, yeah, that's Loki, see? And we hold it real close to your face. It's the cat-faced bound figure, and we think it's Loki, but we're really not sure. It could be cat-faced, it could have horns, we're not sure. It's bound, it looks like Loki because we don't know what it looks like, because I'm looking at this thing like, why is it all over the place? Oh yeah, Loki. So somebody's very proud, and it was the last one. So we got that. And you know, once the Patreon kicks in, maybe I'll take him and get him like one other tiny thing, get him something from China with like say the snake knot. Now in case you guys are wondering, why do I get so much stuff from China? Because even though these are really cheap base metals, and if this comes in contact with my skin, all this cute shine will come off, they're affordable. If you wanted to get a quality stuff, you see the prices anywhere from 40 to 60 to a couple $100 to more, depending on what material you use. So that's why we get base stuff. And I tend to try to get stainless steel because it's the only thing my skin won't ruin. But yeah, I might get him like a really cheap Loki necklace from China. Maybe. We'll see. He might want something else. With Loki, you'll get used to it if you haven't already, that everything he has, we think is his. We're not sure, kind of, maybe. And, oh yeah, he wants you to know about the bear. When we go to the tax office, there's a stuffed bear, and I mean an actual bear. It's a black bear, right? It's like, yeah, I think so. And there's a bear skull between its legs, and we're like, oh, that's kind of neat. I'm like, that bear's so tiny, because it's like, you see it up close and it's actually kind of small compared to those, like, you see them in the movies or you see them on Travel Channel and they're like 8 feet tall and they're roaring. That's poor little thing, small. It's not a cub, it's just a small bear. It was surprisingly small. It has the best and most luxurious fur, guys. I didn't pet it this time, but it has the best and most luxurious fur. And Odin said, "Would you give that to me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's already been killed. It's already dead. I've known that bear, so to speak, for ages. Yeah, I would give him that bear because it's kind of the mascot of that place. It's kind of a beloved animal, even if the poor animal was shot in the first place. You know, the bear's there and then the bear skull there." I said, "Yeah, because that animal, even though it was shot, is being treated as respect. kind of the totemic mascot, even though they don't claim to believe such things. Kind of the protector mascot of the business. It's not cute. They don't dress it up in hats. It's not there to be made fun of. It's not there to be funny. They didn't do something stupid with it. Doesn't look high AF. So yeah, that I would give him. Like I said, I'm conflicted when it comes to fur and stuff offerings. Usually my hard and fast rules, if I will eat it, I'll offer it. Or if it's a case where it would be something like that, where it was a long time established item, has been treated respectfully, I could see that, or reclaimed. But I don't go out of my way, since I don't know where, especially like on Etsy and that, you don't know, one, if you're getting the actual product. Call me paranoid, but you don't, and there's a reason we're suspicious of magic. Because they could say it's wolf fur, and it could be fur off of their Persian cat, for all you know. And if you believe in magical properties, it's two entirely different things. And, you know, same thing with the raven feathers. It could be turkey feathers dyed black. You have no idea. So, like, we try to be really careful. I know there are a lot of upstanding people, but I also know there are a lot of sneaky people. And that's why you usually make your own oils and stuff at home. But we're doing pretty good. He's wild and full of energy. I don't really think he wants to play that game. He just wanted to play in general, which meant getting into everything. He got into everything. He liked going outside and building our little snow fort for the fox, and he's hoping that we get the snow we're supposed to get tonight. We're supposed to get like a tiny dusting, because there's really not much out there, and what's out there is melting. And then we're supposed to get a lot Sunday night. So he's hyper. He's bouncing off the walls, and we're both bouncing off the walls, waiting for everything from China to show, because it's been forever and we don't have patience. So, you know, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and it was good, because I had the crisis of faith last night, but Loki has pointed out it's good sometimes to have those, and to be honest about them, because we can all get to points where, especially if you're like me and you read every day and you're reading articles and watching videos and that, you can start to challenge your own beliefs, which can be useful up to a point. So he wasn't mad, he wasn't upset. As long as he knows he's my patron god and Loki's the favorite god, he's fine. If anybody else tries to come in, he'll bat at them. Sometimes Odin is allowed in, sometimes no. Sometimes just Loki. That's what's like serving him, because I saw a article yesterday, I didn't read it, and they were talking about Loki is a patron god for brand new witches, and I was like, oh god, no. No, and he goes, well, why wouldn't you recommend me as a patron god? I'm your patron. I said, that's exactly why, Loki. You're a challenge. New people need someone soft and gentle, and he's grinning from ear to ear like he's got new witches lined up, and he's just gonna come with someone soft and gentle. I'm like, don't you dare. Don't I dare what? Don't you dare, Loki. I know what you're thinking. Don't I dare what? And I'm like, yeah, people think he can be cute, he can be charming, but he can be a handful, and his path can be very hard and stony. It's not all sunshine and giggles and Loki bouncing around. It can be a lot of that, and it can be a lot of hard work, especially if you have hard work to do, or he thinks you have it to do, because he's 10 times worse than Odin when he feels like it. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.